as a media matter, it's interesting. Like, people compare us to 20 years ago, but for these games 1 and 2 so far are the highest rated programs in May and June so far on television.
What's happened to the rivalries in today's game? Like, I mean,
they don't hate each other.
That's
me playing in the post. Can't tell me it's not a high percentage shot. Right now, you got a lot of unskilled guys trying to play the post who don't like taking the contact, which makes the analytic numbers sound about right. And then if you already don't want to feel the contact and you're looking at something that's in your favor, it's just going to push you out even more.
The NBA we see today barely even resembles what it once was. Flashy highlights, endless trades, and load management have replaced the grit, rivalries, and pure emotion that built the league's legacy. Behind the bright lights and Instagram moments, fans and legends are starting to ask the question no one wants to face: has the league lost its soul? Almost 50 years after the NBA merged with the ABA, the game looks unrecognizable. Sure, it's flashier, more polished, but also way softer. The league is packed with superstars chasing followers instead of championships. For the legends who survived real rivalries and blood-on-the-floor battles, different doesn't mean better, not even close. Back then, every matchup felt like war. Players fought through pain, bled for pride, and built legacies that meant something. Today, it's a social media circus. Fancy dunks, choreographed celebrations, and players swapping jerseys like best friends instead of enemies. Where's the fire? And the numbers prove it.
I don't know if it's AAU, I don't know what it is. Now everybody's shaking each other's hand. Everybody like each other. We hated the East.
right.
I'm coming to bust you.
Right.
Michael, Isaiah, Dr. J. You can't have one over me.
The NBA's average regular season viewership just dropped again, down to 1.53 million, even lower than last year's 1.56 million. That's the weakest it's been since the pandemic shortened 2020 to 2021 season. The league's tried everything: new TV deals, flashy Christmas games, all-star revamps, even a mid-season tournament, but none of it's fixing the slide. Ratings are crashing across the board: a regular season, playoffs, even the finals. Early season games are tanking with 15 to 20% drops, and the only spikes come after massive trades or pure drama. The truth's right there, but not everyone wants to see it. Adam Silver might smile for the cameras, but deep down, he knows the league's losing its soul. Even Magic Johnson said it himself. The NBA lost something real when the Lakers dynasty ended. Back then, he and Larry Bird weren't trading jerseys. They were out for blood.
The stars are not playing because of Lowe's management. It's hurting the game. I was with Michael Jordan, and he says, Urban, I don't know why these guys, because if you look at his record, he almost played every game like 5 or 6 times. He wanted to play in every game.
Yeah.
Pat Riley or our trainer, Gary Beatty, had to make sure that they said, no. B, don't put on your uniform. Don't come sitting on that bench.
Don't miss what's coming next. Hit subscribe, because we're breaking down the fall of the modern NBA. That fire made their rivalry unforgettable. Every second, fans could feel it. The tension, the pride, the hunger. When Magic and Bird faced off, every play mattered. Every basket burned with emotion. It wasn't just basketball, it was war. Back then, players didn't hug before tip-off or joke around online. They stepped on that court to destroy each other. Magic said that's what made basketball feel alive. Every matchup meant pride. Every bucket had purpose. Every win meant something. But now, that killer instinct's gone cold. Today's stars switch teams like outfits. One year they're the face of the franchise, and the next they're demanding trades or teaming up with old rivals. It makes great headlines, sure, but it's killing loyalty.
Lost the structural stability in his spine. So what we had to do was unlock his spine, realign it, do techniques that would hold that for 4 hours, 6 hours, that type of thing, and then he'd go play basketball.
Every time I would play, I was wondering if I was going to be in a wheelchair. Was I ever going to be able to, walk on the beach?
Fans used to pick a side and ride or die with their team. Now it's handshakes, selfies, and buddy ball photo ops. The raw rivalries that built the sport's passion have been replaced by load management and Instagram highlights. Instead of grinding through all 82 games, players sit out for rest, leaving loyal fans staring at empty benches. And let's be real, it's not just about talent anymore, it's about effort. When that effort disappears, so does the soul of the game. More and more players are skipping regular season games, even when they're perfectly healthy, and teams just roll with it. Grinding all season used to mean something, but now it feels like no one's even trying until the playoffs. That ring or nothing mindset has turned the NBA into one big waiting room for the postseason. The energy's gone, the passion's delayed, and fans are fed up. Teams can call it load management all they want.
It's a difference now, right? And fans see it, and fans are reacting to load management. They don't get to see their stars. One game I tuned into just a couple weeks ago, both stars were out on both teams. That made the game ragged. See, so they have got to do something about this load management.
Fans call it disrespect. People pay to see stars, not empty benches. The irony, every paycheck, every bonus, every endorsement those players cash in on comes straight from the fans. And when that excitement fades, so does the money. The legends before them played through pain, fought for pride, and made less doing it. But they built this league with their blood, sweat, and heart. So if you still love the game the way it used to be, make sure you hit subscribe, because we're not done exposing what's killing the modern NBA. Too many players today take the game for granted, and fans are starting to see right through it.
A lot of the OGs have been openly loud against it, like,
You know what?
We used to like actually drink the night before and then go play
Made
another
that rule.
40 minutes the next night.
But you know why? Because you're disrespecting the greats that paved the way for you.
Okay, that's how you guys feel.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a real thing. It's not how we feel. It's fact.
The passion's fading, and even staying healthy feels like a full-time job for today's stars. Big names like Joel Embiid and Kawhi Leonard seem to live on the injury report. It's like an annual tradition at this point. Neither has ever played a full 80-game season, and somehow they're still getting rest days when they're perfectly fine. Sure, injuries happen, but legends like Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce aren't buying it. They've both said today's players just don't push hard enough. Back then, skipping a game wasn't a strategy. It was weakness. From a coaching standpoint, it might make sense. Keep your stars fresh for the playoffs. But from a business angle, it's a disaster. The NBA sells itself on competition and entertainment. Fans spend crazy money on tickets, jerseys, and broadcasts because they want to see their favorite players actually play. So when they show up and find out their idols resting, it feels like straight-up betrayal. People don't pay to see the bench. They pay to feel that energy, that rivalry, that effort. And according to Shaquille O'Neal, the game's not just lost its soul, it's lost its size. The man who once ruled the paint says today's league forgot what power basketball even looks like. No more bruising battles down low.
Jordan and Ewing and John Stockton and all these guys, right? They were available. They played. The salaries went up. And then they passed the torch down to Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, right? They were available.
No more real big man pride. Shaq says nobody plays with the raw toughness of legends like Patrick Ewing or Hakeem Olajuwon anymore, and that's what's killing the heart of the game. Every modern center wants to play like a guard now. Instead of fighting under the rim, they're drifting to the perimeter, tossing up threes, and avoiding any real contact. Shaq can't help but call it out. The game's become obsessed with numbers instead of dominance. It's all about spacing, analytics, and step backs instead of sweat, bruises, and raw power. Back in his era, the paint was sacred ground, a war zone where every point was earned and every soft move got punished. That kind of fear built legends. But now, the evolution of the center position has erased the identity that once made basketball real.
I think I saw it the other day. I think I have like 70,000 minutes. I was explaining to my wife the other day. She asked me, how am I feeling when I came home after a game? I said, babe, just imagine buying a 2003 Escalade and it's 2024 and you never changed the tires.
Turning giants into jump shooters. That's what the league's become. And Shaq's not wrong. The numbers prove it. From 1970 to 2000, centers ruled the NBA, winning nearly half of all MVP awards. But after Shaq's era ended in 2000, it took a full 21 years before another big man, Nikola Jokic, finally took home that MVP in 2021. That alone shows how far the game's shifted. Speed and long-distance shooting run the court now, not power and presence. Modern fans who never saw the old-school wars in the paint might not notice, but long-term, it's killing the league's balance. Even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar admits evolution is natural, and yes, today's talent is incredible. But what scares him most is how fast the fundamentals are fading. Players come in with freakish athleticism but shaky defense, sloppy footwork, and zero mid-range game. The craft, the discipline, the art of post-play, it's all dying out.
Today's NBA player, they do play at a fast rate, but I don't think they're in the tip-top shape. I don't think these players today, I think they're in shape until they talk to motherfuckers that's in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the league is in the type of shape that you need to be in the type of shape to play at this pace.
Young players are being trained to chase highlights, not greatness. That's why, even with all the advanced tech and fancy trainers, we barely see lasting dominance like Kareem, Jordan, or Kobe anymore. Those guys mastered every inch of the floor. Today's stars just master the algorithms. The new generation's all about flash, not fundamentals. All show, no soul. Even the big men want to play guard now, launching step-back threes instead of perfecting post moves. Sure, Dirk Nowitzki changed the game with his stretch-big style, but his skills were built on craft, not shortcuts. His fadeaways, pivots, and balance were art. He stretched the floor with technique, not just distance. Now, every team plays the same robotic way, 5 guys bombing threes all game long. Same plays, same spacing, same predictable rhythm. The game feels copy-pasted, stripped of its creativity, and everyone knows exactly what's to blame.
Playing in the post, you can't tell me it's not a high percentage shot. Right now you got a lot of unskilled guys trying to play the post who don't like taking the contact, which makes the analytic numbers sound about right. And then if you already don't want to feel the contact and you're looking at something that's in your favor, it's just going to push you out even more. But it's not true. Analytics are numbers and stats and all that, but they can be broken. And they can be broken by something called adrenaline. Like they always used to say, don't let Shaq go middle. But if it's playoff time, I'm going to fake middle and go baseline. And I'm going to kill you that way. Or every time Shaq turns back over the right shoulder, he's 40%. Not today. This is playoffs. Oh, you foul Shaq today. You know, foul him, he's shooting 60%. But how many times have they tried that in the final?
The league's chasing numbers, not moments. Analytics, not artistry. If you're tired of watching basketball lose its magic, hit subscribe. Because next, we're exposing the real reason the NBA's become a highlight reel instead of a legacy. Analytics took over, and somewhere along the way, the passion disappeared. Beautiful basketball turned into math on hardwood. The spreadsheets say 3 is worth more than 2, so now everyone's obsessed with the long shot. But in that blind chase for numbers, the game's lost its rhythm, its beauty, that unpredictable spark that used to make basketball electric. Back in 2018, Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals told the whole story. The Houston Rockets went ice cold against the Golden State Warriors, missing 27 straight three-pointers. That's right, 27 in a row. It set an NBA record and exposed exactly how dangerous this obsession with analytics can be. The Rockets didn't just lose that night, they proved that when you turn basketball into a calculator, the soul disappears. Fast forward to last season's playoffs. The Boston Celtics fired off 63 threes in Game 1 against the Knicks and bricked 45 of them. That's not strategy, that's insanity. It was the ultimate live by the 3, die by the 3 moment, and it showed just how predictable the modern game has become. Even Celtics legend Ray Allen, one of the coldest shooters in NBA history, couldn't stay silent. He called it what it was, lazy basketball. And if Ray Allen is saying that, you know it's real. This man built a Hall of Fame career on shooting perfection. He wasn't dissing the three-pointer, it made him a legend, but he's calling out the lack of rhythm, the lack of craft.
Today don't learn how to shoot hook shots is because everybody is so enamored with the three-point shot. So the kids, they don't want 2 points. They don't want to work with their back to the basket. That's not cool. They want to go out there in the stratosphere and shoot three-pointers. I didn't think that worked for the longest time. That did not work as solid basketball strategy.
Ray said that back in his day, he'd start every warm-up with easy buckets first. Layups, mid-range shots, getting his touch and rhythm right before launching from deep. Because he knew Miss a few early, and your whole confidence goes cold. That's the kind of patience and awareness today's players just don't have anymore. Now, teams are launching 35 threes a night, almost double what it was 10 years ago. Yeah, scoring's up, but that doesn't mean the game's better. The NBA looks louder, not sharper, flashier, not smarter. The ball's flying, but the meaning's missing. Ray Allen's convinced that discipline, not distance, is what separates good from great. And honestly, he's not alone. Charles Barkley's biggest issue isn't just how players perform, it's how they think. The mindset's changed, the drive's softened, and the league's identity is slipping away fast. So if you still crave that old school hunger, that fire that made every shot matter, hit that subscribe button, because next we're diving into what Barkley really thinks about today's NBA mindset. Charles Barkley isn't holding back. He says modern stars care more about brands than basketball. To him, the league's flipped its priorities completely. It's business first, sports second. Barkley's fed up seeing players chase sponsorships, followers, and fashion headlines instead of chasing rings and respect. And the craziest part, NBA players already make more than almost any other athletes in the world. But somehow, the hunger to compete has never been weaker. That soft mindset isn't just killing the fire on the court, it's bleeding into fan interest too. As Barkley put it, when players look disconnected from the game, fans tune out fast. And he's right. The passion's fading in plain sight. Defense has nearly vanished. The league's average defensive rating this season, 114.8 points per 100 possessions, compared to just 104 a decade ago. That's insane. Fouls, flops, and free throws have taken over. Refs call around 20 fouls a game, leading to 24 free throws nightly. The constant whistles are killing the flow. What used to be physical, high-intensity battles now looks like a parade to the line. And legends like Michael Jordan would have hated it. Back in his day, there were no easy calls, no safety nets. He didn't need protection rules or endless threes, just pure grit, skill, and 6 hard-earned championships. The man took hits and kept playing. No load management, no excuses. The turning point, the 2004 ban on hand checking, that one rule flipped the NBA upside down. Ever since, the game's been built for offense. Wide open lanes, crazy high scores, and barely any real defense left. Even Scottie Pippen admitted it. That's the moment basketball truly changed. Maybe it's time we face the truth. The NBA isn't going back to that old school grind of hard fouls, raw rivalries, and blood-pumping emotion. The game's evolved, for better or worse. But the real question now, how does the league bring fans back in? How do you make people feel something again? Because right now, the NBA's louder than ever. The headlines, the hype, the money. But the passion, it's slipping away. If you still believe basketball should mean more than brand deals and hashtags, hit that subscribe button. Because next, we're breaking down the one thing that could actually save the NBA's soul. There's no denying it. Today's talent is insane. Players now are faster, stronger, and sharper than any generation before them. The skill level's off the charts. They shoot from half court like it's nothing, move like lightning, and make scoring look effortless. Compared to the rough and tumble 80s and 90s, today's game looks downright futuristic. But here's the real question. Can all that athletic perfection bring back the magic that once made the NBA a must-watch every single night? The old game had soul, emotion, rivalries, pride. Now it feels like it's all numbers, brands, and viral clips. So what do you think? Has the NBA really lost its heart, or is this just the next evolution of the game? Do you miss those old school battles where every foul meant something? Or do you think today's version is the best basketball we've ever seen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what side you're on. And don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got more wild NBA stories, behind-the-scenes drama, and deep dives coming your way. Thanks for watching. The real talk behind the game you love. Catch you in the next one, and remember, the story of basketball never stops.